This is a demonstration on how to hook up power to your ES1000 series gate opener and your E-S Allegiant series gate opener. The gate openers always run off of a battery. There's 3 ways to keep the battery charged. Either through a transformer that will trickle charge the battery utilizing this charge control board, directly through the solar panel if the solar panel is 5 or 10 watts, or through a higher wattage solar panel that is filtered through this charge controller. We're going to first demonstrate how to use the transformer. The transformer comes with a wire. The wire can be spliced and extended. The wire with the white dashes is your positive. The solid black wire is your negative. This transformer has an output that is the same as a 5-watt solar panel to trickle charge your battery. However, it runs 24 hours a day, so we filter it through a charge controller. This will go into your solar inputs, positive and negative. With the transformer hooked up to where it says solar positive and negative, the white dash going on to positive, the solid black going on to negative, we can then hook up the battery. You'll notice on the battery terminals there's also a positive and a negative. Before we connect our battery wires to the battery, we are going to put on the battery piggyback connectors. Piggyback connectors will take the battery spade and split it into a second spade. So that way you can make the connection to here and also to the control board. The battery can now be doubled up on the piggyback connector. Now if you plug in your transformer, it will convert it to 18 volts DC, filter it through the charge control board, and keep your battery maintained. You can now connect these wires to your gate opener control board. The ES1000 has battery terminals at the top. The E-S Allegiant control board has battery terminals about halfway down the left-hand side of the board. Please respect polarity. Negative is on the bottom, positive is on the top. That was for a transformer charging of the control board. For a solar panel charging the control board, this is a 5-watt solar panel. For 5 and 10 watt solar panels, we connect the solar panel directly to the battery. This battery is much smaller than what you're going to want to use for a solar installation. You want to use a 12 volt group 24 deep cycle marine battery. However, it will still work for demonstration purposes. The solar panel has a positive side marked with a plus and a negative side marked with a negative. You would want to connect the positive to the positive of the battery, the negative to the negative of the battery, with piggyback connectors like this. Or if your battery doesn't have spade connectors like this, which is very common with deep cycle marine batteries, they usually have lugs like on a car battery. You would simply take these wires, put them under the lug nuts, and tighten down the nuts to connect these to the battery, as well as the wires that come off the battery and go to the control board. So with a 5 and 10 watt panel, you have the panel positive and negative going to the battery positive and negative, and the battery positive and negative also coming off and going to the control board positive and negative. With a 20 watt solar panel, you will take the positive and negative from the solar panel and go to the positive and negative of the solar connections on the charge control board. Then the rest of it will be the same as if you are using the transformer. You'll have wires that come off the battery terminals, and they go to the batteries positive and negative on top of the piggyback connectors. The piggyback connectors will then connect the wires to the control board of the gate opener. And again, you might not have piggyback connectors if you're using a deep cycle marine battery. because the lugs are bigger. When you're doing solar, we don't provide these piggyback connectors because we expect for you to have a battery that has a unique type of lug connection. You should acquire a connector if needed at the place where you buy the battery.